Hello, my name's Tuppence. I'm going to be making this lovely candle pot. It is a gorgeous shape. I have made this before and I've made it out of aquacast, but I don't think I've ever made it using some resin, so that's what I'm going to do this time. I've got 200 mils of craft resin here. This is about the last I've got of my craft resin, and yeah, I want to use 3 different colours. So most of my pot is going to be clear, and then into that clear resin I want to put some gold. So I've got this pure gold and some marble floating gold. I'm going to be using this pearl aurora powder, and I also want some green, so I have got some resin dye in emerald green and a little bit of alcohol ink also in emerald. So I'm going to be letting this get nice and warm and a little bit thicker than it is. I do have my digital thermometer here, so I'm just going to check the temperature. It's only at 28 at the moment. But I'm going to take some of this out and start to mix my colours. So I want to put a little bit in there first. In fact, a little bit in each one, and then I can top these up again in a minute because I do want full cups of these. All right, let's clean that off. So I'm going to start with this gold, and let me grab a stick that I can use to put some in. So I'm going to put a good amount in, and I want some of this as well. And this stuff floats, which is why I'm using a combination of them. So just drop that in. That's probably quite a lot, but I am going to top this cup up in a minute. So I'm just going to get that mixed in, stir that round. Wow, that looks like liquid gold already. Make sure that there aren't any lumps in there. I'll just clean that off for a second, and then I can top up that cup. Woo! Probably not that much. Let me grab a smaller stick now because I want to mix that in. All right, not bad. Probably needs a little bit more mixing. I'll do that in a minute. Let's move on to this, which is an aurora powder. So I need a new stick. I'll use these. And I might as well use the bottom of that to mix that in. Get that powder broken down. This is why I'm only mixing a little bit at a time rather than trying to fill up my cup. Just want to make sure that that powder is broken up. Okay, gonna add some more to that. And get that mixed up as well. So it's like a pearl white. Okay. Excuse me. And now for the green. So 5 drops of that, and 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, I don't know how many, about 7 of that. Might as well use that little stick. Right, I really do want that colour to be darker than that, so I'm going to put a couple more drops of the resin dye in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I can top that up. Right, I'm going to see how hot this is now. 31, a little bit longer. So I'm going to be back when this is at temperature, and I probably want it to get to around 34, maybe 33, 34. So I'll be back when that is ready. Okay, I'm just going to test this now. So we're at 31.67. But before this gets any thicker and warmer, I'm just going to put some in the bottom of my mould. So I'm just going to pour a little bit around the edge. Okay, and I want that to settle down in that edge at the bottom there, because I'm not going to really be able to squeeze this once I start mixing my colours in. I don't want to squeeze it around, so I'm just going to let that join up and give it a bit of a squeeze so that I don't get the bubbles around the edge. So it looks like it's got enough in there to fill it up. I can't see any gaps. Just squeezing it. And then just giving it some time to settle down. Check that again. Oh, 32.8. So not long. See you in a minute. Okay, let's check now. Okay, we're at about 33.9. So I think that's probably going to be enough. I'm just going to move this down for a minute. And I've changed the angle on my camera so that you can see what I'm doing. So now I'm going to take my colours and I'm just going to pour them into my resin. So I'm just going to pour that in one spot. All of it. I'll scrape that out in a minute. Now I'm going to take my green and turn that round a little bit, and that is going to go down there. Again, I'll scrape that out in a minute. I've got my very full gold. So I'm going to pour that in there. Right, where did I put the sticks? All right, let's get this scraped out. That's one. Ooh. Okay, last one. All right. Now I'm going to pour it. So I'm going to start over here and I'm just going to start to pour this in. Okay. So I'm just going to sit here actually with the cup for a little while. I'm not going to scrape it out. I'm just going to let it pour, and that's it. So I am not putting my G3 on. I'm just going to leave this and let it cure, and I'll be back when this is ready for demold. Not looking great at the moment, but we'll see. Okay, this is all done, and this is what the back looks like. So just got to see if I can get this out of the mold now and find out what it looks like. It's still a little bit soft, but should be able to get it out. So I've just got to take the sides off. Now this is not the most flexible mold in the world, so I'll see how I'm going to be able to do this. Try and get one side off first. Oh, roll it back. Yeah, it is still soft, so I need to leave this a little bit longer, but wow. Okay, we've got some green. Try and get that side off as well. Come on. Turn inside out. Oh, wow. Gold and green, and oh, I like that a lot. It's still pretty sharp around this edge, so I need to go around with the deburring tool, but that is really nice. I think I might try it next time without that pearl. Don't know that I want the pearl in there, so I might do this again, leave the pearl out and just do the gold and that green. That's stunning. I like it. All right, let me clean up the bottom. Just turn this mold back the right way round. That can go over there. I just need to get my deburring tool. Okay, got that. I'm just going to take that around the edge and just take that sharp off. I don't do very well with these ones, to be fair. I prefer to use a nail file or sandpaper or something, but I'm just going to keep going around to the edge and take that sharpness off. That's already better. You can see how soft it is. Ooh, try not to push too hard. Still a bit sharp up here. Okay, that is hugely better. Just another bit here, yeah, just there. Right, that's it. That's taken off the worst. All right, so let's have a quick look at it in close-up. As I say, I am not a fan of all of this pearl. Don't think it mixes terribly well with the gold, but it looks really lovely with the green. I really like that swirly effect. And I love this section here, the gold. There are a few micro bubbles, well, quite a lot of micro bubbles, but I really do like that gold swirling in there. Yeah, I love the patterning. I like the patterning most on the inside though. And I think maybe because this is, you know, the first time I've done it in the bowl, perhaps I could have not gone over and back and forth. I should have just maybe done that once or twice and then gone around the edges. And I don't know if you can see this, but there are 3 holes, 3 perfect holes, very, very small, but they may have been blobs of mica that just, you know, powder that hadn't got mixed in. I can't really explain them. They're nowhere else. They're just there. There's a few little water spots on there, but for our, you know, intents and purposes, I love that. I think it is gorgeous. So considering that I used craft resin, which is a low viscosity resin, that is a really good amount of marbling to get. It's definitely the way to go, is to let it heat up a little bit so that it becomes slightly thicker. Anyway, I will get you some pictures of this. I'm not feeling great still, so I'm going to end this video, and I hope you've liked it. If you have, please go ahead, give me a thumbs up, comment. If you can share the video, that is great. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. It's free to you. It will really help me to grow, and you'll be able to come back and see what I'm going to make next time. Until then, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.